seeing everybody's favorite. I don't know whether to call him Japanese or French, but Breezemas in Canada.
Pretty sure Breezemas is.
I believe he's playing for Japan, right?
Yes, he's playing for Japan, although he's on Canada's side.
So, is he Japanese and move to France, or French and move to Japan? I never really worked this out. Not that it matters, because apparently he's Canadian now.
Multiple defections.
Breezemas always confusing us like that. Not a new thing. I would also like to say congrats to Japan for winning this match.
I guess they're the only ones that have anybody on the team right now.
Yes.
Oh.
Also because they're Japan.
Well, I mean, this isn't Taiko World Cup.
It might not be Taiko World Cup, but
And hey,
actually, in hindsight, IGTS Japan didn't do too great, but then again, they weren't really invested too much.
I was like, they didn't win at IGTS, so.
Huh. A Taiko tournament that Japan doesn't win? Basically not a Taiko tournament at that point.
Hey, I can guarantee you that Japan did not win North South American Taiko tournament.
I'm surprised. I'm very surprised.
Because they can't compete.
I know. They still should have won because they are Japan. And it is Taiko.
It secretly revealed that the people in the grand finals aren't actually Canadians. They were Japanese all along.
Whew. I'm also going to make an effort to make sure I say every single number whenever I mention tell 090165799767.
All for a good time.
You can be very sure that I will say every single one of those numbers.
I will not be doing the same thing. I probably won't even say Beery's 605's numbers all the time. I'll probably just call him Beery.
Well, yes, but the numbers are a larger part of tell 090165797767's name. I feel they're rather important to mention.
Yeah, I mean, it is a telephone number.
Indeed it is.
What is a telephone number without a number?
Indeed. Breezemas, still Canadian. Might want to fix that, Breeze, if you're listening.
Actually, tell it 090165797767 is also listed as a Japanese player. So currently they have it backwards. They have Japan on the left and Canada on the right.
It seems we've had the teams wrong all along. Are you able to see chat, by the way? Because I cannot see chat.
And stream is able to see chat as well, so
That is good.
not an ad drift. But you can read it off of the stream, I guess. And we now have players on the correct sides.
I fixed it. I'd love to see our rolls here.
Love to see warm-ups. Unfortunately, you guys cannot do Galaxy Claps, even if it is with DD. I'm pretty sure it's over the 4-minute limit.
What a shame. That would have been quite a show.
Yes, I enjoy watching people just not play maps. Because you know that's what would happen. People would just be like, screw this halfway through.
I mean, hey. Stuff happens. I would have referred to the actual statement, but like I said before last night, I will not tolerate any profanity on my stream.
Oh, so this is your stream and not, you know, Kasumi's anymore.
Oh yes, I own this stream now. I'm just kidding. I love you, Kasumi. Don't murder me.
Hey, I'm not dead to Kasumi though. Yay.
Hey, nice. Apparently Daru owns this stream. Fair enough. I don't care. I need to get this.
Well, technically nobody's been eliminated except for group stages at this point. That are beaten, they still have a loser's bracket. And finally, starting with our first warm-up here, Owari to Hajimari no Oto.
Barry actually playing with Hidden.
And person in the upper right corner is still holding double S. Oh, never mind. As I say
do you mean Tel 09016579767?
Yes, that one.
Yes. Tel 09016579767. And a miss! 2 misses from Tel 09016579669. Piss!
I mean, it's probably somebody's phone number.
Probably.
It's probably not the phone number of the player, though.
Probably not. And a miss from Isendel. Lots of misses on the board right now.
Bracemus is the only one I think holding the full combo. Say that. Briggs.
Talk about a curse.
Oh, and note locks there, too.
And no, Kasumi, I have not given up. That was one mistake. I still plan on referring to Tel 09016579767 as Tel 09016579767.
Now, I wonder if Tel 09016579767 will watch the VOD.
Maybe. Maybe. I swear, every time I say maybe twice, I think of Meet the Heavy from TF2.
Before we don't get to see this player like at all because they're sitting on the bench for most of the maps.
It'd
be sad.
It will be very sad. You did, Kasumi. You recruited me at least.
Well, I was here from AGTS, and before that, BTT. BTT, though.
Stream looking a tad bit broken. There we go. We're fixed.
And Brausmus with the 92 roll, while Beery 605 rolls 15. So it looks like we will be seeing Canada banning first.
It seems Barry didn't practice his rolls.
That roll was very unfortunate.
Gotta love puns, everybody. Gotta love puns. The most intelligent form of comedy. It's big brain time, as they say.
Any predictions on what they're going to ban?
I missed group stage, so I frankly have no clue.
I was around for group stage, but I don't think I actually got to see either of these two teams play. Commentated. It looks like Hidden 2, Nana Takahashi, Mushi no Sumo Tokoro will be banned. I know I butcher these names, but I just have to say them in their full entirety.
Ah, yes, similar to how I have to say tell 090165797767. It's just something I gotta do.
Alright, and now I guess we'll see what Japan will be banning.
If this entire match is in a clip because of tell 090165797767, I will be very surprised.
And our second ban is going to be Libertas from Hard Rock 2. How much easier is the song name to say?
Agreed.
Unfortunately, I don't think their name can be any longer because I think that's at the character limit.
Sadly.
And our first pick is going to be Feel Seasickness. This one is the fastest map in the entire pool at 248 BPM.
We're going to see Barry and Isendale from the Canadian side, and Ku Ren and tell 090165797767 from Japan.
Not that Camellia wasn't a popular artist to map songs for Nose before they became a featured artist, but I feel like they're just everywhere now.
It feels that way, huh?
Yeah. Definitely being featured artist does make you have a lot more songs mapped.
No, I'm sorry. I can't just call him tell 11 numbers. I have to refer to him as tell 090165797767.
We can shorten other people's names, like we can call Ice and Deli Ice, or we call Rubies 87 Rubies, or Ku Ren even Ku, but we must call tell 090165797767 as tell 090165797767.
Almost got you there at the end. You almost pulled me. You almost pulled a piss moment right there.
Well, I was reading off my client, and the client faded away the number there, so I had to pause for a second.
Ah, yes. Whatever you have to tell yourself. And Ice with an early miss. Japan having a very early lead. special is definitely the right word. Apparently, I also fit that description.
You require that everyone refers to you as KB131313.
No, my name isn't quite as important as Tel 090165797667. My name isn't quite as important, but feel free to call me whatever you need to.
And Ruby's 87 is going to find a miss there.
Solidifying Japan's lead even more, and another miss from Ice. Both Canadian players seeming to have some trouble here. And a miss from Tel 090165797767. Who would have thought? And a miss from Kuren as well.
You know what we should try and look for this entire match? To see if ever the 6 numbers of Tel 090165797767 name. If they ever get a score that happens to be part of those numbers. Like if they get 901,657 or something.
I'll tell you what. If that happens, I will genuinely cut my balls off on a different stream. I'm that confident in the fact that that will not happen.
The odds of that happening are astronomically low.
Chat seeming to have liked what I just said. Liked may not be the best word, but that's what I'm going to go with.
Kasumi, we're talking about what happens if Tel 090165797767 were to get a score where 6 digits of that number
appeared in order.
Like if they got 901,657.
Yes, very family-friendly stream. And no, Kasumi, actually, I didn't
said his balls.
Say that I would cut my dick off. I said I would cut my balls off. I'm gonna stop there now because apparently I can't speak English.
Also, it's not like he would be, showing it visually.
Exactly. You just hear the screams of agony. And I said on a different stream, not this stream, Kasumi. Don't worry. Exactly. Who needs balls anyway? I don't want kids.
Could also cut off. You could also cut off the balls to your feet.
That's true. I didn't specify which balls. And we're going to see further as Canada's pick. Barry and Rubies from the Canadian side, and Kuren and Tel 090165797767 still staying in for the Japanese side. Hey, Kasumi, it's our job to make the puns, okay?
But if Kasumi were to want to come in here and commentate and make puns with us, I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Neither would I. We're waiting on you, Kasumi. make more funds. I believe you were looking for the word puns. And moving right along into the map here.
Same 4 players as we did on the last map, I believe. Oh, no, actually, Beery 605, I don't think was playing the last map.
Very early act drops from Barry.
This map, that doesn't really matter too much. It's not a map most people are going to actually play all that well. It's very technical.
That is true. Though I would love to see an SS on this map from somebody.
That's not happening.
That explains that right there.
Ruby's
Everybody misses except Ruby's.
Ruby's dropped SS though, so.
That is true. Still very good accuracy from Ruby's, though, all things considered.
Tel 090165797767, just slightly below.
And Barry actually in front of Kuren. And a miss from Kuren, just as I say that.
Kind of strange place to miss too, though, as it was on the easy section there.
Nerves will get to everyone.
But that looks like it's going to be tied up 1-1 between Canada and Japan.
That is a brilliant idea. I will sell my testicles.
I saw the 9-0 on the Tel score. Tel 090165797767. And at first I was like, oh, is it? But nope, it's 905,026.
I was very close to having to chop off my manhood. You have me sweating there, Tel 090165797767. You have me sweating. I'm sorry, I can't help but curse. It's my job.
Pullers pick maps, referees referee, commentators curse.
And apparently speak about cutting your testicles off.
You're just saying your balls. Why are we changing it to testicles? Specified now, it can no longer be the balls of your feet.
That is true, but I'm willing to go all the way because it's not happening. You misspelled 5 there, buddy. You said Fife.
And Defection is going to be the next map here. We'll get to see which mods everyone goes with. And unfortunately, we say goodbye to Tel 090165797767 as they are being replaced by Autumn
Deo.
and Deo.
Or Dio. Deo or Dio. One of the two.
Also, some player swap ups in Canada, seeing Player and Ice and Deli coming in.
Seems I'm not chopping off my balls this time. In chat, it appears there is going to be a mystery tournament in about 4 months. I'm very interested to see how that goes.
Is this, or are they talking about the KGTS thing?
They might be talking about KGTS. That is a very strong possibility. Chat already misses tell 090165799767. Don't worry, I miss tell 090165799767 as well. And it seems we're seeing another switch from Canada? Possible disconnect?
I don't know, Rubies. Maybe you need to call that number and then they'll come back.
You should support the stream, and you will have access to that cat sticker thing known as eh. We still appear to be having some minor technical issues from Canada. And he's back. It seems my fellow commentator has subscribed.
Dude,
Everybody in the chat should follow suit.
I realized, I should probably subscribe.
See, I would. Except I'm broke. I need all the money I can to feed myself, as the last tournament I was in did not have a cash prize, Kasumi.
Oh, and something seems to be wrong with players' panel, is they are not loading in.
Yet another possible disconnect.
As it looks like we're currently seeing a 2v1.
We are seeing a hidden hard rock. Well, not a hidden hard rock. We're seeing a hidden and a hard rock from the Japanese side. We will have to restart this song, though. I don't know if they're going to keep player in or if it's going to be a different player, as we seem to be having a lot of technical difficulties. Player appears to have been on the wrong team.
Surprised, though, we wouldn't have seen them, though, because if it was a 4-start, we would have still seen them playing, though, even if they were on the wrong team, right? You're not
I
sure.
believe so.
Not sure if the client cares about teams or not, actually.
I don't think it does. I think it just cares about the spots. There is a defection with the client indeed, my friend.
The player was also defecting to Japan.
We have puns for days here, folks. Only the cringiest of comedy.
It goes from being the most intelligent of comedy to the most cringy.
Listen, it can be both. Sorry about that, folks. I didn't get much sleep last night.
Hello, cheese salad there in the chat. How's it going?
And we're moving along into the map here. Let's hope we have no more technical difficulties, because we can't restart again.
Looks like there's a bit of desync, but everyone is playing, so we just gotta watch Canada play for a bit to catch up. Oh, no, cheese. Come on, we need you for our match later. You must be well rested.
And we're going to see a miss from Autumn. We aren't going to see an accurate score, though, as one of Canada's players is desynced. So right now, I believe the score would be in Canada's favor. And the client has frozen, except for Kuren, who is going to be very desynced as well.
So unfortunately, we can't give you an accurate information on what's going on in the match, because even we don't know now. All I can tell you is players are hitting notes.
And I can also tell you that Kuren missed, unless that was client.
Alright, so Japan finished and had a score of 2,039,000. We'll have to see if score is over, because it's essentially 999,000 from Ice and Delhi. So will player get over or under 1,040,000?
I believe he is going to.
Over a million. Will be over 1,040,000. It is, and so it looks like, yep, Canada will win that.
And Canada is going to win that point.
So the client apparently thinks Japan won it.
I believe that is because they finished first.
I'll just have to manually correct the stars there.
And that is a break point for Canada. Very unexpected. Though Canada is a very scary team, as well as Japan. We may very well see these two teams in the finals.
All right, and cool. The score is fixed on the stream.
Fantastic. still plenty of time to go. That breakpoint might not be the only breakpoint in this match. But as of right now, Canada definitely looking strong. And we're going to see Elucid picked by Canada. That will be Nomad 1. One of the longer maps in this pool.
Elucid was one of the songs that was for one of the Aspire tournaments as well back in the day. Not this particular map, though, of course. The Aspire maps are pretty much unplayable.
I believe it's tied for the second longest map in the pool, not counting the tiebreaker.
Yes, it is tied with Suicide Parade. The longest, of course, being Rainbow from Fremont 3. Of course, the tiebreaker is like as long as the 3 longest maps all combined.
And we're seeing Rubies heading over to Japan. There we go. We have that issue fixed. Now we're here to see who Japan's second player is going to be and if they can bring back a breakpoint to tie it up once again.
Seems like a weird thing for Rubies to do, to change teams when your own team is winning.
Yeah, I wouldn't have expected that. And we're going to see Breeze for Japan. We're still yet to see Tell 09016579767 to come back. Hopefully we will see him before the end of this match, though.
Indeed. It feels the map just the match feels hollow without Tells 09065797767 in it.
I feel like a shell of my former self without Tell 09016579767 here. I can feel my heart breaking as we speak.
We're not at all biased. We held no player's favorite, by the way.
Yes, no bias at all. We love you too, Kasumi.
I like how Tetsurios keeps copy-pasting that, but has never fixed the fact that 5 is Fife.
Yes. I'm interested in why he hasn't fixed that yet, because I did call him out on it earlier.
Not you, Daru. Tetsurios.
And moving along into the map. Bree is finding some early 100s. So is Barry. But Barry is holding a slightly higher act than Breeze, starting out with an early lead for Canada.
Ruby's still holding the double S here.
However, it is very early. Autumn holding a very good act for early on as well. Barry coming back up into the 99s, and Breezemus on his way. And a miss from Autumn.
That's going to give the lead over to Canada.
Already not looking good for Japan here.
This, however, was Canada's pick, though, so...
That is true, but as Canada got...
Beery both hit... actually, just Beery hits a miss. Oh,
I believe that was a client.
Client. It didn't even show a stutter there, so I didn't think there was anything wrong with it.
And a miss from Autumn once again.
Several misses, it looks like, actually.
It doesn't seem like they're going to get that break point to follow up with Canada's. But there is still plenty of time. However, that last miss was halfway through the song, and you can't get much worse than that.
Especially since the maximum amount of combo is at 400. Once you hit 400 combo, you're getting the maximum score. But realistically, 300, 400 combo is like a 1 point difference.
But as we've seen in AGTS, every point counts. As some matches were won by just under 500 points.
And Ruby's 87 with a miss.
And we have a miss from Breeze as well. That's going to hand it over to Canada. It looks like Canada is going to take... Oh, and Barry misses.
And that's not going to be enough. They need more than that if Japan wants to win a point.
The other Japanese players are going to need to pray for a miracle right now.
Ruby's does find a miss, and that is going to narrow the gap. But I don't think it's still going to be enough. It's too late in the map.
The score difference is already there. It's not going to disappear yet. I think Canada is going to take this point.
Unless they find a miss right at the end.
Even if they find a miss right at the end, it would have to be quite a few misses. And Canada is going to take the point.
We have about a 32,000 point victory for Canada there.
And to think, Canada was saying they were going to lose this tournament. Or match.
Maybe that was Canada's strategy. Maybe Canada kept saying they were going to lose, so then Japan wouldn't practice thinking, oh, we got this in the bag, so then they can win.
That would be a very interesting strategy.
Your opponent overconfident.
Japan underperforming in this match. As this is only round one of this tournament, not even over to the teams that are going to be in the next phase, never mind the map pool. Things are not looking good for some of these teams. As the maps are only going to get harder from here. A very strong contrast from AGTS, where many maps were accuracy battles.
And our next map we're going to be seeing is Shukusai no Elementalia, Double Time 2.
And this was Japan's pick. It's interesting to see how they'll play on the double times. Because if they do well, they very well might pick the other double time. And that is true. If Japan loses,
And look,
they're going to go up against Russia B.
Yeah, back in
And
the
welcome
lobby.
back to Tell 09016579767. It's so good to see you back.
Assuming Kurin just put their name in Japanese characters.
I have to say, I do enjoy this song. Very catchy. And player seems to be having some trouble connecting yet again.
Not looking too good here for their connection. Wonder what's going on.
And
But
he's
they-
in.
We don't have any desync issues, and we have desync issues. I think my commentary cursing is transcended. I now am cursing the client, not just the players.
At least now we can hear the music. We're just waiting on Kuren to catch up here. Looking at the accuracy.
Now we can actually see all the players playing. Yay.
Looking at the accuracies, Ice with the lowest, but Player with the highest. Great accuracies all around the board, though, especially on double time.
At double time, this is roughly OD 7.8. This is an OD5 map, but DT makes it harder than Hard Rock adds.
And a miss from Ice. That's going to hand it over to Japan.
Oh, 090165797767 has crazy good accuracy right now, being at 99.83%.
Very impressive from Tel 090165797767. I'm sorry I cut you off there, but once I start saying the name, I just can't stop myself.
Perfectly understandable. With a name like that, you must finish it.
With a name like Tel 090165797767. And we're at the speed up now. With miss from Player and a miss from Ice. Japan is going to take this point.
That's going to be 3-2 in Canada's favor. But
With
that was
only 7 100s from Kuren and 11 from Tel 090165797767.
Player had 11 100s as well, but the one miss made the difference.
I wouldn't say Ice was struggling with accuracy, but it definitely wasn't as high as it needed to be for this match.
Even without the accuracy, it wouldn't have mattered because they got misses while Japan did not.
That is true. Score is 3-2 now.
Still one break up for Canada, though. Japan's going to hope to try and break back here on Canada's pick.
It would be fantastic to see the tiebreaker again.
All of its 11-minute glory.
Indeed. Hashtag blame Kasumi seems to be popping up a lot in the chat right now. It seems we're going to have some more riots if we don't have the tiebreaker here. We didn't get that reverse sweep, which means riots are going on worldwide right now.
This will mean that there will be multiple, the riots will grow more intense.
We're going to see free mod 3. Rainbow. The longest map in the pool besides the tiebreaker.
Probably the easiest of the free mod maps, though. Wait, no, we're not hearing Rainbow. We're hearing Base Drop Freak, but that's free mod 2.
Ref. There you go.
Okay, there we go. I think we will see any HGHRs on this. This is probably the easiest of the ones to HGHR.
Definitely. AGTS is gone. Are we having issues with the stream right now? It doesn't look like it.
How, in what way is AGTS gone?
I'm sorry, Kasumi, I'm going full retard right now. And as they say, never go full retard.
Even want to ever go slight retard? Like, what's the advantage of it?
Oh, I am sorry. I have brought a curse upon this stream. I have said the R word. I am sorry.
I said it as well. I don't really care.
It seems players still having some issues, according to the chat. Yes, we said Russian. We're going to see Kuren in Autumn. English is a language they speak in places. From Japan. And Barry and Player from Canada.
I don't know, Drew. I would say the D word's also pretty bad. Dual screen.
It seems Bancho needs to be fixed again.
Seems like we're getting quite a bit of delay between maps here.
We're already at 11 o'clock my time. Yes, the T word is indeed tell090165797767. That is the only T word I will accept in this stream.
Technically, you also said this.
Don't you sass me. Don't you sass me.
And imagine how hard it would be to actually avoid saying words that start with a certain letter.
That would be horrendous. My bad, at would be horrendous.
Though, you know, if you've ever seen those things where people try and write entire sentences without using the letter E anywhere in it.
I have seen that, yes.
You know, E is the most common letter in the English language.
How do we read tells? Damn it, Kuka, you got me.
I mean, I didn't know that tells 090165797767 had a nickname. I thought that was their nickname. Name was actually a lot longer.
I'm pretty sure Kuka Zero was trying to bait me into saying something other than tell 090165797767. Have all of my middle fingers, too, okay? All of them. At the same time.
Also the middle toe.
Yes, that too. My middle digits. There you go.
As well as sticking your tongue out at him.
Indeed. Only my middle tongue, though.
Have more than one.
Yes.
It's very strange.
I thought everybody had more than one.
But generally snakes have a split tongue.
To pass the time, I'm going to start a conversation. Imagine if your butt split the other way.
You mean
So the crack was horizontal instead of vertical.
It would make for very uncomfortable sitting.
Indeed, it would.
Because you
But
know,
imagine it.
Because the crack is actually there to help us sit down.
Yes, I know.
One of the most, professional and dignified content being discussed here on the stream.
Indeed. And player is finally out of the board right now. We're going to see Barry and Ice.
Pretty sure
Harness
the
the power of maple syrup, Canada. Harness the power of maple syrup.
I'm pretty sure butt cracks have been around longer than toilet paper, so I'm pretty sure that butt cracks didn't exist to make people buy more toilet paper.
And look at the mods right now. A hidden hard rock on both sides, plus an extra hard rock for Canada and an extra hidden for Japan. The mod advantages are even right now.
It's kind of funny that the two SSs are the HGHRs. The single mods do not. Oh, but Barry 605 does break the double S. Only Kurin holding now.
Breaking the double S by quite a margin, actually.
Kurin's gonna find a miss. And that's probably gonna shortly flicker over to Canada's side.
Kuren finds another miss.
And Canada will take the lead.
And yet another miss from Kuren. I'm starting to think that hidden hard rock wasn't such a good idea.
It's very possible, though, that Kuren added HEHR because Barry had HR. Oh, but Barry finds a miss. That's super close because that was quite a bit of a miss there. And Japan takes the lead. It's a very small lead.
No bias, but I hope Japan wins this for tiebreaker's sake.
Oh,
and a miss from Kuren on the slow section as well.
And although it's still in Japan's favor right now, it will shortly flicker over. And there it is. Canada takes the lead again.
That score gap is only going to increase from here.
Yeah, seeing as Barry is getting closer to 400 combo while Kurin is still quite low and far away from 400.
Another miss from Barry sends it back over to Japan. And that seemed to be a pretty heavy miss as well. And another miss from Kuren. It is back and forth, folks.
Still is on Japan's side. Will that miss be enough to flip it over?
I do not believe so. Barry had quite a miss at that point. Moving into the last quarter of the map here, still very close.
Barry is getting slightly more points for the combo right now, but it's not enough to switch it over. Oh, but Kurin finds a miss, and now it's in Canada's favor.
I believe that was your client.
Oh, dang it, client. We are coming to the end of the song here, so it's looking like Japan's probably going to take this.
This was Japan's pick as well, correct?
No, this was Canada's pick.
This was Canada's pick.
That was
so
the
Japan's finally getting that break point.
Yep, and we are tied back up again.
With the same amount of misses on both sides, those 44 100s made the difference. 45, actually. We are tied up once again. This is a very exciting match. It could go either way. What is your input?
I am thoroughly enjoying this match so far. I was I was expecting it to be close, but not this close. And of course, we get to see back on Japan's side, Tell 090165797767.
Always good to see Tell 090165797767. Spam Tell 090165797767 in the chat.
No, we can't tell them to do that. That sounds like it's an endorsement telling them to root for a specific side.
It's not rooting for a side, it's just the hype that we have our favorite nicknamed Tell 090165797767 back on the board. And we're going to see the EX.
Bold choice.
Very, very bold choice.
Yeah,
It's going to be interesting to see how these teams play here.
Yeah, as we get in later into this match, there are less and less picks they have available to them. We still have Nomon 2 and 3, Hidden 1, DT2, DT1, and then Fremod 2. And those are our choices left after this map, of course.
Starting off just barely in Canada's favor. And we're back to a flickering score. And just a miss from Kuren.
And that's going to put it firmly in Canada's favor there. It's a 400 combo yet, though, so not quite as bad of a miss.
Very early miss. It can be compensated for. Ice actually falling into the 98s for accuracy.
And the scores are flickering once again.
And it is back in Japan's favor. And a miss from Ice further solidifies that lead. And a miss from Barry as well. That is very costly. Coming up on halfway through the map.
Kurin finds a miss here. But Barry finds one as well.
Picking the EX was a very bold move, but it doesn't look like it's paying off.
And Ice and Deli, this was Japan's pick.
Oh yes, my bad.
Very embarrassed, must I correct?
And I believe Japan is going to take this point. Coming up on the last section of the map.
Over 100,000 point advantage. It's probably not swinging the right. Kurin does find a miss, though.
But it is not going to be enough. Looked very close early on, but Canada just couldn't hold on.
And it's going to look like Tell 090165797767 is going to get the full combo with an impressive 99.91% accuracy.
Only 3 100s, the absolute mad lad.
But Kurin didn't get a single 100, and it was only misses. The player who got 99.91% on this map was Tel0901657979767.
And we're moving into Canada's pick. There is hope for the tiebreaker.
Prediction is they're going to pick a no-mod map, either base test or chroma.
My best guess would be base test. I feel like they have a strong advantage over Japan when it comes to the technicality of the maps. But we don't know. Tel09016579767 may very well surprise us.
You were indeed correct. Base test is what they pick.
As we figured out last stream I was in, I can see the future. I called tiebreaker from the very beginning, and it came down to tiebreaker.
So that makes sense why you made that bet, because you knew perfectly well that you would not have to fulfill it because you can see the future.
Exactly. I can see the future! If you got my reference, thank you. If you didn't,
I loved DBZA.
Glad to see a fellow man of culture in this stream with me. Yes, Kuka, I just stepped out of my TARDIS on my way to commentate for this tournament. We need Time Traveler as a DT pick.
Come on,
Costume, make it happen.
So much fun to play. Why would you hate Time Traveler?
Indeed.
Or won't?
That is the question. And moving into the map, player, once again, the last man to connect. I'm sensing a pattern here.
Come on, player.
You can do it. I believe in you. Hey, he's in. Very slight desync.
And now quite a bit of a desync. As we are not seeing player play.
I'm not seeing any players play right now.
I'm seeing everyone but player play.
And a miss from Kuren.
Unfortunately, it's hard to know who's actually winning because player is like 20 seconds behind in the map.
I am actually having a very decent idea of who's in the lead because mine actually is no longer desynced at all. Canada is holding the lead here.
Kelsier 901657977 finds a miss.
You are ahead of me, so I'm not sure about that yet, but I can give a accurate depiction of the score at this point.
I know Japan's final score, still waiting for player to finish.
The score is flickering right now.
Your client sounds way more interesting than mine. That sucks. It looks like
Canada is going to take the point. Still tied. We're almost at the tiebreaker. We need 1 point for each team.
Of course.
What a beast. And we are on Japan's pick.
We will see one more pick from each team now.
And my client has gone full ear rape mode.
Welcome ITGT, and thank you for watching AGTS. Which match got rescheduled, ITGT? And our next pick for Japan, which will be Japan's last pick.
//////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////
Fallen Angel is the pick for Japan, which will be their last pick of this match. I have a match for Taiko Draft in 2.5 hours.
Not bad, not bad.
We're playing against Aether Ritual as our opponent.
Nice. Best of luck.
Thanks.
And we're going to see DT1.
//////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////////
Kasumi, can we see slash dot slash for one of the maps in this tournament? That would be fantastic to see. Because that song is an absolute banger.
Although I think that map might be considered too hard for this tournament.
No. It's playable.
Maybe if there was an AGTS, that might be played at that.
Possibly.
Yes, Kasumi, but you are a, like what, 11.5k CTB PP player? CTB player that makes Taiko tournaments.
Aw, such a small teepee. Kasumi has small PP confirmed.
Not in CTB. CTB Kasumi is big PP.
We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. I mean, I'm at 5k, and even 5k PP is still small PP.
I have decent amount of PP.
Indeed, you do win, my friend. 31 is indeed higher than 23. Moving into the map, Kuren and player not connected yet.
Or desyncing issues. Lovely.
Once again, I'm glad I didn't do a yikes moment drinking contest once again. Because I don't think I would be able to speak after that.
And only watching Kurun play now. Yay.
Ah, my favorite. With
Listen,
a 60,000 score point lead.
Player is finally playing. Kasumi, I'm trying to catch up to you in catch right now.
And we're back and synced up. And Canada has a slight lead. Once this match finishes, I'm pretty sure we're going to Poland versus Indonesia. Am I correct?
Yes, but as an update on that match, currently Indonesia is in the lead 1-0 over Poland. And player is once again not playing.
Player is still playing for me. I am still 100% synced up, and Canada still does have the lead. Even though...
For me, Japan's in the lead by 200,000 because they're not synced.
The score is flickering right now at a synced point. I am behind the stream, though. So I will keep you updated with a decent synced point. And the sync is gone because 3 players have stopped and Kuren is still playing. And now 2 more players have joined in, not synced though, and player is still not playing.
It looks like there was a miss from Tel090165797767. Of course they're not. The syncing issue.
They seemed relatively even, with player still holding an SS on my screen.
Player with insane accuracy on a DT map here.
I feel like this may have been a strategy to not pick the DT map and let the other team pick it to get that breakpoint.
Yeah, I think
Possibly. And Tel actually did not miss. That was your client. So I think Japan actually won that.
win. Okay then.
The SS was not enough.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did you just say the full name numbers when you said Tel0901657977 didn't miss and it was just my client?
I have committed a sin. I must go hang myself now. I'm sorry. I've let you down.
Oh, at least wait until after the end of this match, okay?
Okay. I can do that. I will tie the noose while I'm waiting. And going into Canada's pick here, I believe we're going to see the tiebreaker.
Hey, don't call tiebreaker hype yet. Jinx it, man.
I will keep my mouth shut now. I'm going to be sitting on the edge of my seat through this.
So the options we have here. Hidden 1. A 1. Or free mod 2. Yeah, essentially they can pick any mod bracket except for EX and DT. There is a map option in each of them.
Random pick hype. What is this?
It looks like they're going to be going with the final Nomad map, Nomad 3, Chroma Eye. So I'd just like to point out we currently have 41 viewers on the Twitch stream.
Welcome all of you to the stream. and we appear to be seeing Tel 090165797767 in for this last pick, as well as Kuren. We're just waiting for.
So one player missing from Canada,
which is interesting, having it be their pick.
Oh, so it seems like they actually do know who their second player is, but it seems like players having DC issues.
I'm sensing a pattern here. If you got that pun, I'm proud of you. Get it? It's Osu Taiko.
Technically, every game mode has patterns, though.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, sorry about all the delays on this. Just a lot of time sitting in between maps here. We try to keep it interesting for you.
Player is here now, please. Please be here, please. I don't want to have to talk about chopping off my balls again, player. Please, just disconnect.
As an update, Indonesia is now up 2-0 over Poland.
Well, you're going to have to sit and wait a little bit longer because we're going to sit through the tiebreaker here. The 11-minute tiebreaker, which gives them time to play quite a few more maps.
Technically, you could play all 3 of the longest maps in the map pool in the time the tiebreaker takes. And once again, having some syncing issues.
I am
Thanks,
synced.
Clyde.
Once again.
It's me having player being behind everyone else.
My client is frozen. Back up and synced. The score is still flickering with a quadruple SS on the board right now. What happens if they tie on a map?
Are you talking about tied on the tiebreaker or tied on any map?
On this map. I believe Tel actually caught a miss there.
I'm actually not sure what happens if they tie it. Yeah, I think they just play it again. Or to be, I know some tournaments they nullify and you pick a different map, but.
Canada does have the lead here, thanks to Tel 090165797767 missing. Oh, never mind. That was my client, and it just took a really long time to catch itself.
Client decided to destroy my eardrums just now.
That is always fun, which is why I keep my client volume rather low.
It is too, but it was still just like, you know, the spam hit sound.
The section.
Did Barry just miss?
We did have a miss from Barry. Interesting. Going into the last quarter of the map.
Japan is taking the lead here.
And I think Japan has this point.
Seems like we will not be seeing the tiebreaker. Very unfortunate. Japan will be winning that 6-4. And S from Kuren there, as well as player.
And Tel 09016579767 with only 1/100. Very impressive. Amazing accuracies all the way across the board, but the 4 misses from Barry